Legs are about hip distance apart. Hands are about to your sides. Shoulders are back. Front of your head is reaching towards the ceiling. Let's just take a few minutes to ground and center so your hands can come over your belly. Take some nice deep breaths into your belly. Big inhale. And exhale through your mouth. Big exhale through your mouth. Inhale through your nose. And when we exhale through our mouth, we're releasing any stress or tension from the day. Inhaling. And exhale. And inhale. And exhale. Just take a moment to feel this part of your belly. This is your dantian, your physical energy center. And when this area is nice and strong and fortified, it helps to keep us healthy. Go ahead and close your eyes, if they're not already closed, and take a moment to think about your intention. What do you want to be bringing into your life? So right now we just had the full moon last night. Full moon's about releasing, letting go, and making space for the new. So think about what type of intention addresses that. What are you ready to release, and what are you ready to bring in? Just repeat that to yourself a couple times. Go ahead, open your eyes. Let's just take our arms up and do a nice big stretch up, reaching all the way up, and then coming on down for full body flow. Big inhale up, and exhaling down. Inhaling, reach, reach, reach. So you're reaching, you're holding your wrist, and exhaling, releasing down. So full body flow, we're stretching out the front of the body, the back of the body. We're getting those, clearing up those lines of energy. Remember, we have lines of energy that flow all the way through our body, up and down our arms. And the full body flow wakes everything up. Big inhale up and exhaling down. And back up. And just release your arms back down. And let's go into knocking on the door of life. So just a little tap on the kidney area. So you can see. Tapping, getting that battery charged up, getting that qi circulating. So a lot of us are sitting for longer periods of time, just not as active. And then the energy can get stagnant and you can start to feel a little bit more maybe lower energy levels, a little stiffer. So let's just get that energy going. Boosting from your waist, tapping on that lower back, shoulders are relaxed, arms are relaxed, just waking up. So if you start to feel a little bit of a lull in your energy, this is nice to just stand up anytime during the day. You're sitting at your computer and you realize you've been there for hours, stand up and do a little knocking on the door of life. You don't have to do the whole Qi Gong routine to get the benefits from it. And then let's come up and tapping underneath the collarbone area. And this is a lung point. So this is good for the immunity. And I think we'll work on this a little bit more today as well. Keeping our immunity strong. You know what else keeps our immunity strong is keeping our energy circulating. Doing Qi Gong, taking walks, just keep moving. And my other hand is tapping that kidney and now slapping over the shoulder. One's on the kidney and one is on the shoulder. And I'm going to let somebody in. I see somebody waiting, so let me just let them in. Okay, so we're slapping across the shoulder. Keep slapping across your shoulder. And then back around to your waist again. You can already start to feel your energy flowing. And then release, letting it go. Start to feel that chi. It feels different for everybody. Some people it might be a buzzy feeling or vibration. So whatever it is for you is fine. Just the words I use might not resonate with you, but you can replace it with your own word, whether it's just more of a tingly feeling or a buzzy feeling, whatever it is for you. So think of the crown of your head now going up to the top of the ceiling, and let's just twist. You're just twisting slightly and looking behind you, and then coming back to center, and now twisting the other way. This is sort of a spiral type of movement. When we do the spirals, it helps to wring out stagnant chi, wring out stagnant energy. Whether we're holding it in our body physically with tightness or pain, or emotionally. So wringing out that old energy. As you're twisting and coming back and twisting, it's like wringing out a sponge. Think about your crown of your head, reaching up towards the ceiling, and back, and around, and back. And then let's do a little bit for the wrist right now for carpal tunnel. So here's something that's good for the wrist. It gets the circulation going in the arms, but it's also good for emotional balance and for immunity. So I'm going to walk a little closer. We've done this the last couple of classes. So you're going to about 3 fingers in right here on this part of your wrist, and the same thing on the outside. You're going to tap the outside to the inside. Not too hard. And that is getting some blood circulation going into your hands. And you're also tapping into some key energy points. On the outside of your forearm, that is for your immune system, and the inside is for emotional balance. So just tapping there, and then relaxing your hands at the same time, so they're just flopping around. And let's go to the other side. Nice gentle tap. So we have these key energy points through our whole body, and we can stimulate them through things like acupuncture or acupressure, or tapping them, massaging them. And then let your hands go. You'll start to feel a little bit more of that energy moving through your hands. Let's do a few more hand movements. So take your hands, clasp them, and you're just going to do a little circle or a little back and forth, and then move it into a circle. You're pushing into one hand and then into the other. Pushing into your hands. And then changing direction. Helps to open up the energy in your wrists. So really pushing in. And now just taking your hands up hand and elbow comes up and back around. Pushing in, pushing in. So I'm taking my hand and bringing it up and then pushing down. And then just little circles again. And circles the other direction. And then just shake them out a little bit. And roll your shoulders up and back. Let's do water waves. So one hand comes in front, one comes behind. Helps to balance our emotional state. So pushing away whatever is weighing heavy on you. Pushing it away, moving through water. Water, really healing and soothing. Washing away any mental clutter, anything that we don't need mentally. Just like we've been washing our hands a lot, you're just washing your emotional state, cleaning it up. Back and forth. As you're moving through water, how soothing that feels. All the while, breathing nice and slow. Relaxing your face and your eyes. Keeping your attention in the moment. When you place your attention in the movements in your body and feeling your feet on the floor, it's going to help to anchor you into the present moment. And when we're in the present moment, it's much easier to stay relaxed and in the flow. Just release, relax your hands down for a moment, and let's do some Qi clearing. Remember, this is when we take your hands up first, and then just drop them down, and then up and take one in front and one behind. And inhale, exhale through your mouth. Throw off what you don't need. Up, bend the knees down, inhale, exhale. Letting go, clearing away stress, tension, releasing. What we want to release. This is the great time of the month to release. Maybe being at home and having more time to reflect, you see what's not working in your life. So you just release that, let it go. Maybe some negative self-talk comes up, release it. You want to keep your energy level uplifted. You can rise above all that chatter that's out there in the world and within yourself. It's one thing to stay informed and another to let it just swallow you. So get rid of that. So you can tap into your inner resources. And let it go. Starting to feel your circulation going, maybe your heart going a little bit. Let's do a little tapping. Little tapping on the heart area. Letting go of old stuff. Then tapping around these lung points as well to stimulate the immune system. Well, let's go ahead and tap down the inside and towards your thumb though. So your thumb is where that line of energy goes from your lungs is to the thumb. So to the thumb and then back up the backside from your thumb and back up. A little tap. And then again, to your thumb and then back up. And then let's just brush it down. Remember the earth recycles, composts are old, turns it into something fresh. Let it go. Hands go down. Feeling that chi moving down your hands. In fact, maybe put your hands together. Feel that energy. Big bubble, ball of energy between your hands. And let's do a little shaking. So just shaking out, letting it go. So wrists are completely relaxed. Shoulders are relaxed. You notice I'm bouncing on my heels. It's going to help to increase bone density. Whenever you have any stressful situation, you can shake it out. Taking it out down towards the earth. And also stimulating your lymphatic system. Let's do it a little faster. You don't have to be bouncing on your heels the whole time. Just keep bending your legs. And slow it down a little. And then getting into the wrists and the carpal tunnel a little bit. Bring your hands in front. And then facing forward. Back down. And then just release. And check in for a moment. Feeling that flow of energy all throughout your body. Let's do a little bit for releasing the back when we, again, sitting in the computer for long periods of time, we get a lot of tension in our back. So let's do some picking cherries. So just reaching up, side to side. Pull that elbow back down. So with the type of Qi Gong that I teach, first, we're just working to stretch out and get that energy flowing, wake up a little bit, release old, stagnant Qi. What we're doing right now. Reaching up, getting into that lower back. And then hands go back up. And releasing down. And let's do the wave for the spine. So your back is straight, you come down. And then you pull your belly in, round your back, drop your head, and round back up. Your chin is on your chest, and then it comes back up. So coming down and back up, rounding back up. And down. So energizing your spine. And anytime we work on our spine, we're also helping to rejuvenate our nervous system. And go ahead and come on back up. And what we're going to do, well, we'll do one more warm up and then we're going to go into our 5-element flow series. So let's take our hands right here. Hands are going to come forward like a swimming stroke, swimming bear. In between our shoulder blades. So straighten your back here. And this is where you're rounding and straightening. Big inhale. Exhale. Opening up your heart and your lungs. Breathing into your lungs, stimulating that line of Qi. Bring your hands through to your lungs. And then let's reverse it so arms come back and around. Big inhale. You can still be breathing, exhaling through your mouth. You feel like you have more to release. So my weight is coming forward here, and now it's coming back to my feet. Now it's coming forward, and back, and then coming back. Forming a little Qi Gong here again. Should feel a little bit stronger now. You can play with it a little bit. Imagine it has a color to it. And now let's go ahead and go into the 5-element flow series. And this series, it tonifies your organs and it just brings overall health and healing. It's good for your body, for your mind, for your spirit. So first we're going to do the movement for the lungs. So each movement is associated with an element and with an organ. So this is called Buddha holding up the earth. Then your hands come down, my palms are facing up, and they face in, and then they go up towards the ceiling. My palms are facing towards the ceiling, and back down again. Big inhale. And exhale. So this, we're working with, in Chinese medicine, there are different elements associated with the organs, and this is the metal element associated with the lungs. And the lungs tie into our immunity. So big inhale, and then your hands spiral down so that palms are facing in and then up as you exhale. So the emotional energy that's associated with the lungs, when the lungs are imbalanced, we feel courageous and confident and inspired. And when they're out of balance, we may feel grief and depression. So we're moving that energy through the lungs to help switch those challenging emotions into courage and confidence. Just coming back up. Bring the energy up. So there's a little bend in my elbows, by the way, not a lot, but you don't want to straighten them all the way up. A little bend, and then back down. Let's do that one more time. Big inhale up, and coming down, and then back up, and then you're just going to hold your hands like this. We're holding up the earth. Think about flexing your thumb a little bit. And then bring your hands down here with fingers pointing towards each other. And let's go into a movement for the kidneys. Kidneys are associated with the water element. Back your hands come together. And you inhale. Exhale. So inhale, imagine that you're pulling up fresh healing water through your fingertips. And then exhaling, releasing it, surrounding. So it comes up to about your sternum level. And then it comes around. Just imagine just settling water back down to the earth. And now pulling it back up, whatever visualization comes to you. For me, I imagine I'm pulling up water through my fingers, and then it's spreading out like a fountain and surrounding me as it returns back to the earth. So the kidney, the water element, the kidneys on the emotional level, let's start with when we're out of balance first. When we're out of balance, we can be feeling anxiety and fear. That is kind of prevalent out there in the world right now. It's easy to pick up on that frequency. So through the Qi Gong practice, we're picking up on the frequency of love and being in the flow, compassion, relaxation, peace. So the kidney, the balanced kidney energy is peace and tranquility. I see somebody I can admit. So keep going, and I'm going to come over here and not sure what happened. So inhale up and exhale down. Motions start to be more flowing in nature, and at this point, I would say just breathing through your nose. Inhale up, exhale down, bringing peace and tranquility. This little series that we're doing tonifies all the organs. And the emotional energy associated with it. Now let's just release it down. And you're just going to take your hands now behind you. Imagine you're holding a big helium balloon behind you. You're sending energy into your kidneys. Remember, you have a little bend to your knees too. And relax. Let's work with the liver. So the liver is on your right side. So I'm mirroring you, remember, I'm a reflection of you. So your right side, and the liver, let's start the movement first, and then I'll talk to you about it. So we're going to do tree swing pose. So come to the left, gathering a big ball of energy, pulling it up to the side of your body, up to the crown of your head, and now your fingertips are facing to the crown of your head, and then you release down. So I'm twisting, lifting up that fresh chi, facing forward again, fingertips facing to the front of my head. Imagine that fresh chi dripping down into your brain, helping to slow your thoughts, create space in your mind. So the liver energy, when it's out of balance, we can feel anger and frustration, the feeling of being out of control. It's hard to have control right now over everything. Jealousy, judgment, it could be self-judgment as well. So those are all imbalanced liver energy. And the liver is associated with the wood element. So when we balance that, we have kindness. And kindness really goes a long way. Acceptance. And when the liver's out of balance, our brains can be overanalyzing and overthinking. So when we balance that liver chi, we create more spaciousness in our thoughts. And when there's more spaciousness, there's more room to tap into your intuition, your inner knowing. We all have inner knowing, every single one of us. It's just creating that space and that room for it to be able to surface, to be able to tap into it and to be able to hear it. Inhale and exhale. Let's do that one more time. And exhale, hands come down. Now the standing movement, we always do a standing movement after we do the more flowing movement for in this particular series. It's called tree. So it's a little different from the yoga tree pose. Shoulders are relaxed, and hands come up, fingers face towards each other. Elbows are relaxed too. Strategy. Plucking your favorite tree. Feeling that solid energy from that wood. And then let's go into the heart element. So remember, I'm mirroring you, so you're going to drop your right hand down and your left comes in towards your heart. I like to take my legs a little bit farther apart for this one. You're going to shift your weight to your left. So start with that. And then you're going to pull this hand across at the same time. And you're going to lift your right hand up and the left comes down. Now it's just relaxed. It's not up like this. Just don't do anything with it. Let the hand be floppy. And then you're coming across. And there's a little twist there. As you come back up. So the hand is pulling across the heart, bringing in soothing, compassionate, loving energy into your heart. When the heart is out of balance, you can feel discontent, hatred, can feel agitated and hasty. So just pulling across helps to calm the heart and feel the warmth of your heart as your hand pulls across. So bringing in love and compassion and joy. What else are you bringing into your heart? Self-acceptance, happiness, contentment. So if we can relax into ourselves more, then we can tap into that contentment within. A few more. Now, I'm not playing music because I feel like it might take over from being able to hear my voice. But you can always play music in the background at your house if you like. Relaxing music that helps you to feel more in that flow, that tranquil state. And control. Cloudy hands. And then coming back to center. And now we're going to do a standing pose for the heart called the golden urn. So your hands are coming up like this. Imagine you're holding a golden urn and flex your pinkies a bit so that heart meridian comes in from your pinkies. Meridian simply means like a river of energy. So holding that. Feeling that energy coming through your palms, which are so powerful. Your palms down through your arms into your heart. We say that your hands and your palms express what's in your heart. And then just go ahead and release down. Just check in for a moment, starting to feel that energy between your hands. Now let's do movement pebble in the pond. Working with the earth element. So feet again are about hip distance. And with your spleen. So your spleen is around the stomach area on the left side. And you're going to, so somewhere around here. And coming out and back. So imagine you're smoothing the earth with your hands. And then coming back and holding a Qi Gong. So out and back. Pebble in the pond. Earth element, spleen. On an emotional level, the spleen, when it's out of balance, we might get into worry. That's an easy place to go right now. A little bit of anxiety, nervous digestion. When the spleen is balanced, we're able to focus on the present moment. We have clarity. So instead of feeling overwhelmed and muddled, we feel present and clear. We have a vision for what we want, that we don't get swept up into worry. So balancing our spleen energy. So when I'm coming forward, my weight's coming back into my heels. When my hands are coming forward. When the hips come forward, my weight comes towards the front of my feet. And check in with your breath, make sure you're breathing. And then your hands are simply going to go down, feeling that synergy between your hands and the earth. Hands relax. Feeling energy going down from your hands into the earth and opposite, from the earth back into your hands and into your arms. It's that composted energy that we talked about earlier. Now let's do a movement called pulling down the heavens. It works with your endocrine system. So it's a big inhale. And exhale. Coming on down. Imagine you're surrounding yourself with Qi. You could even visualize a bubble, being out in nature, being in your favorite spot. And then filling yourself, filling your mind, your heart, your body with that fresh energy. And let's just leave your hands down here for a moment. Close your eyes. Feel into that Qi Gong. And we're going to go right into healing sounds. So we just did the 5 element series to tonify our internal organs and soothe our central nervous system. And now we're going to do healing sounds. If you're fine standing, great. You can stay standing if you want. You can also sit for these as well. So healing sounds, let's start with the lungs. We're going to bring our hands up. I already talked about different qualities of the lungs. The sounds help to purify, to let go of any old stagnant energy, and then we add color, and that helps to tonify, to bring in new, clear, clean energy. The hands come up, Palms are facing up. And the sound is like the S sound. So you're going to just go. Good. So take your hands and they face your lungs, and just imagine, if you can, the color white. Maybe you need to imagine or look at something white, or maybe you can see the color white in your mind's eye. It's kind of like a misty white, and it's coming from your palms into your lungs, bringing healing, energy, and strength into your lungs. And let's do that again. So hands come up. And then hands over the lungs. Beautiful white light. Moving all around and through your lungs. Feel it in the sides of your lungs as well. And let's just bring our hands down here for a moment. Now let's go to the kidneys. So the healing sounds add fortification to the body. Fortifies our healing, our health, and brings more inner healing to ourselves. So hands come over the kidneys, area right here. And you're going to bend down. You're bending down. And then your chin kind of comes out. And you make the sound. You do these kind of quietly, by the way. And it's kind of, the word sounds like chew. So they do it more subvocal or more like a whisper. I'll do it a little louder so you can hear me. Chew. Hands come up. And now you're just holding your hands by your kidneys here. So you don't need to be touching, just holding your hand. And you're going to imagine blue. So the healing color is blue, like an ocean blue, almost like a turquoisey type of blue. So sending that healing energy into your kidneys, bringing about peace and tranquility. Let's do that again. So hands come right here. You bend down a little bit, and then you lift your chin up. And it's chew. And coming that up, taking your hands away from the kidneys. Imagine beautiful blue moving from your hands into your kidneys. Blue like the water. Remember, the kidneys associated with the water element. And then releasing your hands down. Just feeling this energy between your hands. So let's come up and we're going to do the liver. So I'm going to I'm going to turn around so we're going the same way. So the liver is on your right side. So you're going to bring your hands up, take them over to your left. Stay there as I turn around. And your hands are going over to the left. So I'm not mirroring you in this particular case. And the sound is shh, like we're quieting a baby. So it's shh. Just tell your liver to be quiet. Let it go. Shh. Now your hands come over the liver. Remember, this would be your right side. You're bringing in healing light into your liver, and the color is green. So think of the beautiful hills right now, how they're so green, verdant. Bringing that light into your liver. Let's do that one more time. So hands come up. Your hands are going to your left because that opens up. You feel it stretches on the right side. And the sound is shh. Shh. Hands come over the liver. You don't need to be touching, just one hand over the other. Bringing in the healing light of green. The color and sounds have been proven over the ages in so many different modalities to be extremely healing. And let's just take our hands out for a tree pose again. And just relaxing down. Now they come up, and we're going to go into the heart. Heart's on your left. They're going to lean to your right. So remember, I'm not mirroring you right now. So leaning over to your right, stretching out. And the sound for the heart, for releasing and letting go, is ha. Remember, I'm doing it a little bit louder so you can hear me, but it's really almost like a whisper. That's ha. You bring your hands over your heart and kind of the color of sort of a maroonish type of red, almost like the color of my shirt. Imagine that moving through and into your heart, bringing with it healing energy, compassion, love, joy. Let's do that one more time. So hands come up, over to your right. And over your heart. Sending yourself love, some self-nurturing. Feel that connection with everybody in here, loving connection with there's 10 of you in here. And then let's just take our hands up like this again for a moment. This is the standing or the another pose for the heart. And releasing down. So let's go into now our spleen. You take your fingers and on your left side, you're going to bend down slightly and then bring your fingertips just underneath your ribs. So just pushing in slightly. And the sound is ho, like a word, ho, like a backhoe. So you're going to go. Coming up and imagining the color yellow moving into your spleen, yellow like the mustard flowers, weeds that we see popping up everywhere now. The yellow daisies. Let's do that again. The fingers in, bend in slightly so you can feel your fingers moving in to underneath your ribs slightly. Yellow, a healing color yellow. Just visualize it in your mind's eye. Imagine something yellow or look at something yellow. Release them down. Hands facing towards the earth. And then a big inhale out for endocrine system and pulling down. And the sound is Qi. And at the same time that you make the sound, you visualize the color, which is violet. So hands come down. I'll do the sound the next time. Inhale. And floating out. And exhale. Just try to let Qi roll for a moment. Let's just let our hands float up and down. Opening the flow as we complete our circuit. Hands floating up and floating down. At this time, we could stay down. And one hand over the other. And let's just do centering. So taking your left hand out and then just back down. So bringing clear, pure energy into your system. Filling yourself up. Fortifying yourself, inspiring yourself, healing yourself, connecting with yourself. Do one more on the other side. Go ahead and bring your hands and interlace them like this, the webbing of your thumbs like that. And then over your belly. And then over your belly. Or band on the wind. Bring your feet together, bend your knees slightly, and just allow yourself to rock and sway. Go ahead and repeat your intention to yourself again. Notice your body feels now. How your mind feels. Where are you at now? Maybe a point earlier in the day that you were feeling. Just make note of the difference between then and now. Bring your hands to your heart in prayer position. Silently acknowledge to yourself, or you're in your room by yourself, you can say it out loud, something that you are grateful for. Anything at all, just something today that brought a smile to your face or warmed your heart. Ready? If you haven't already, go ahead and open your eyes. And thank you so much for practicing with me today. I feel all your energy, and it's so nice to share that connection with you.